Curtis McGrath is a fascinating young man. He's a soldier who was serving for Australia in Afghanistan when he was on patrol one day and he took one small step in the wrong direction and stepped on a landmine. It was just a few millimetres in the wrong way and he lost both his legs. That landmine went off, he saw black, a lot of dirt, a lot of dust. When it all settled, his mates, his fellow soldiers ran to his side and it was shockingly obvious to them what had happened, and he had lost both his legs. He is an amazing example of what is happening to our young soldiers over there that we don't often get to hear a lot about. We don't often get the access to hear the full story, but the Defence Force has given us full access to Curtis and his fellow diggers to tell this story, not just to highlight a terrible thing that happened to one digger, but to show that a lot of our young soldiers have been seriously wounded in Afghanistan, and when they come home, what happens? Now, this isn't just a story about him losing his legs and something bad happening to him. You should see him now, and we have followed his progress for quite a few months. He's got these incredible new prosthetic legs, state of the art. The German manufacturers call them the Mercedes-Benz of legs, and the technology is amazing. They're not available to civilians. They're under license to the American Army, and the Australian Army has brought them in for our diggers who are losing limbs. Now, Curtis is up on his new legs. We've followed him. We've seen his progress. I have been amazed at how fast he's got going.
Hello, Michael.
Look at that.
Come on in.
Have a look at you.
It's definitely a progression.
That is incredible.
I haven't had a foot yet, so touch wood. I've had a few stumbles in this, but caught myself on the bars, so...
Yeah. He's a positive guy. He won't let you feel sorry for him. He speaks to us very, very openly and honestly about war and that war in Afghanistan and all the public questions about should we be there or shouldn't we. He's very frank about it all. He doesn't hide from anything. But he does want to show us what happens when wounded diggers come home and what sort of effort goes into helping them and his personal journey. And most recently, the last time we caught up with him to finish the story, he was pretty introspective and thinking a lot about his future. Where does he go from now? He's a young man, early 20s, and his life has changed forever. He has a terrific partner, and she's by his side all the way. He has an amazing family who we meet, and I think it's one of those stories that's very inspiring. There's no doubt about that, just because of his amazing courage and will. It's uplifting. It's also very real, and I think it's a side to the war as we start to pull our forces out this year that we need to see, and we've been lucky to see that side of it, I think.